The average home price in Allegheny County has increased by about 50% or more since the last time Allegheny County, Pennsylvania fully reassessed all commercial and residential properties. Now there's a new lawsuit going to be heard or scheduled to be heard before the Pennsylvania Commonwealth Court in April that alleges that the county artificially inflated some values in order to collect more taxes from recent purchases of property. The practice is called the newcomers tax, and apparently not all properties and valuations and collections are created equally, according to a judge's recent opinion that stated that it seemed like the county was cooking the books. Now this issue can apply to many people who have purchased a home since 2015. And a lot of home buyers are looking for one person in particular to ask them some questions. Well, I recently found the man at the Realtors Association of Metropolitan Pittsburgh. His name's Mike Suley. I sat down with him and got to ask him a lot of questions, including, Mike, who are you? What's your title? And how are you involved in this lawsuit?
I've been in the real estate business since 1977. And 1997, I ended up being vice chairman of the Allegheny County Appeals Board. And in the 2000s, I ran the assessment office for the whole county. So I've been the oversight for 2 court-ordered reassessments, but I'm also a consultant in the lawsuit that you just mentioned briefly, the newcomer tax lawsuit, where the county was accused by a judge of cooking the books.
Now, what is the deal with this? Some school districts trying to raise assessed rates of homes?
Well, Allegheny County has a policy, bad policy. They haven't adjusted values since 2012. That was 11 years ago. So in 11 years, most of those assessments that we pay taxes on are very low because properties have appreciated countywide. So it's low-hanging fruit for the school districts to look at a recent sale price and look at the low assessment on that sales price and file an appeal. And the school districts win 95% of the time.
So how would I find out if my house is one of those homes that would have the high assessment?
Had the high assessment? Well, what you'd have to look at it since 2015. We figured out that the county in this lawsuit was cooking the books, as they say, and making tweaks to the formula that is used in the appeals process. And what we were able to prove to a judge was that the county, through the appeals process, was overcharging people tremendously, 25%.
Now, how many years does this go back? If you
2015, so 7 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what would somebody do if they think that their assessment is too high?
Well, here's the thing, here's the magic of all this. Because of the lawsuit and because the common level ratio was changed, and everyone gets confused when we talk about that, don't be confused about that. All you have to do is know 2 variables. A, what is my house worth? What is it worth today? And then B, take 50% of that. Take half of that. I'll give you an example. House is worth $400,000. Your assessment for tax purposes right now should be $200,000. $200,000 is half of $400,000. If your present assessment is north of that 50%, you should appeal.
Okay, so basically I go on online, see what my house might sell for, and then I go to the county website.
Yes, you go to the county website. You can talk to local realtors. The best evidence in an appeal hearing, the best evidence of current market value is an appraisal. An appraisal is pretty much a slam dunk in this process because the attorneys for the school districts won't fight that, they can't fight that, and they will lose in court.
And how long would a citizen have to get this all wrapped up?
Well, right now, the deadline this year is March 31st, 2023, but here's the bonus this year. Allegheny County Council passed an ordinance, 15 to 0, that you could file an appeal for last year because of the court decision and for this year, which means you go back last year, you get a second bite of the apple. which means you can get 2 years worth of tax refunds now if the math works out.
But you have to act pretty soon.
Well, yeah, March 31st will be here before you know it, and file both appeals. Now, that doesn't mean you're presenting evidence now. The county will start the hearings in May. I would suggest everyone postpone that first hearing and wait until the litigation catches up with this common level ratio. I predict it will all be resolved by September or so on both years. So I don't know what the ratio will be in September for this year because of the litigation. File the appeal first, do the research second, and you can withdraw the appeal if it doesn't work to your advantage.
So I guess that the folks in the tax office don't like seeing you, but you're going to be a very popular man with the citizenry of Allegheny County.
It's just, I believe that everyone should pay their fair share. The school district, the Pittsburgh School District, according to the judge, doesn't believe that taxpayers should be paying their fair share. According to the judge, in his opinion, he said that the Pittsburgh Public Schools was okay with overcharging taxpayers because of this litigation. So the taxpayers will prevail. And I just want, in the end, the judge to do the right thing.
Allegheny County Council has created a window for property owners to appeal. That window closes March 31st, 2023. Now, a lot of people are asking, what happens if a school district is forced to pay back money if it's deemed that they took the money fraudulently from property owners and then already spent it after they supplied the state board with inflated values? Well, many may have to increase rates to cover the difference. If you care to see how your property value squares up with your property taxes, just go to this website, AlleghenyController.com, and check out the tax estimator. I provided a link in the description. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.